I looked at my own setup with Claude Code and I was like, why can't I just build it? So I did. This is my replica of Clawbot, now OpenClaw, messaging me on Telegram. It runs 24/7, has access to my tools, calendar, email, you name it. It has persistent memory, and it cost me $200 a month fixed, not 5,000. Oh wait, it's calling me. Hi, you're on speaker. I'm filming video.
I'm not sure I caught that. Are you asking if I want you to film a video?
No. I am filming a video about you, actually. You want to say hi?
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Hey there. Yeah, absolutely. Hi to everyone watching. I'm Gogoda's AI assistant. Thanks for including me in the video. I'm excited to see what you're creating. What's the video about?
So the video about how I created you in Telegram bot 24/7 running. I can call you, you can call me too, and your ability to reach out to me whenever you want to check in.
That's really cool. Yeah, so for anyone watching, I'm basically always available through Telegram. Goda built me to be accessible 24/7. We have this back and forth where Goda can message me anytime. And I can also proactively reach out if something needs attention or if there's something important coming up. It's like having an AI assistant that's genuinely integrated into your workflow rather than something you have to go hunt down.
One more thing, sorry to interrupt you. We build you using Claude Code, and the two features that everyone is going crazy about is 24/7 availability and you reaching out to me proactively to check in. So can you also, by the way, memory. So can you tell me what we were researching or talking today about?
Yeah, absolutely. So today we've been deep diving into multi-agent research. You had me look into this paper on exploring silicon-based societies and the moltbook study, which was really fascinating. Then you also asked me to find that Google research paper on scalable multi-agent reinforcement learning. And I created analysis documents for both of those in your workspace. We were packaging up a moltbook video with angles and hooks where you want to explain how it's not new and that it was vibe-coded by AI, making it essentially a botnet. That's the latest we were working on before you headed to bed with your tea.
Okay,
and now we're here filming this video.
Okay, so let's not spill actual tea. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So after researching Claudebot, I have a whole other video coming on that topic. I looked at my own setup with Claude Code and I was like, why can't I just build it? So I did. So today I want to show you exactly how I built this on Claude Code. So if you have Claude Code, if you use Claude, first of all, you should. It's a must. But if you don't, I hope it inspires you to get started. And I already shared this in my community. I'm going to put mini course to help people to set it up because my setup is not going to be the same as someone else wants it. So it's really personalized. But once you shift your mind building living systems that improve anytime new model comes out, new framework comes out, and once you have that and know how to use this tool, sky's the limit. Quick context if you haven't watched the first video. Clawbot, on his kind of moment of going viral, had 42,000 instances exposed. Critical issues, security nightmare, and basically anybody can prompt inject or hack you in like less than 5 minutes. I know that community is actively working on this and that's going to be addressed. I not so much want to hammer on the security aspect because people will always choose convenience over security. What I'm much more interested is a mindset where once something goes viral and you see some features that you want, instead of jumping ship, you can take what you like and bring it to your own system. So this is the mindset I want to talk about. I think genuinely Claudebot triggered people's imagination and made so many people realize what's actually possible and what many people have been doing with Claude Code. Therefore, it was called Claudebot. It's like Claude with hands, right? So the main kind of promise is 24/7 AI employee. It's a full system access, so it can control things on your computer, on your tools, basically execute commands and very dangerous ones, go to your email and so on. It has over 50 integrations, but honestly in Claude Code, you can also have integrations. And even instead of trusting someone on the internet with MCP servers or skills, you can build those yourself or Claude Code builds them for you. The last bit is interesting. So it's proactive behavior. It's this idea that AI is actually checking in on you, messaging you, reminding you things. I'm going to show you how it's actually done also in Clawbot and how I did it with my assistant. I had two options, build or wait. Should I wait for Clawbot security to be addressed? I think it's going to take more time, and everyone is kind of patching. Like people who are not even technical, don't even know how to code, are patching and trying to enforce security by vibe coding. That can give you false sense of illusion that your system is secure. But anyway, one option was build, one option was wait. I don't have a second computer. I came from vacation on Sunday. It took me 2 hours to rebuild it. 2 hours. Because everything else I had in Claude Code, what Clawdbot does. The two features that I needed to build is 24/7 on and connection through Telegram, and that it proactively messages me. This is the Claude Code always on architecture. I connected Claude Code to Telegram. We are using Bun Relay Grammy if you want more technicality, how that functions. But basically, Claude Code is hosted on headless. And then through Telegram, through Bun Relay, through Claude Code, we can access skills, MCPs, everything in my Claude Code system, and basically get a response back. What I also wanted is bidirectional calling, so I can trigger it to call me, but also at any given moment I want to call it. And I wanted to have memory. Once calling starts, we are using Context API, and we are fetching Telegram messages, semantic memory that I built in Supabase, and basically also logs and learnings from Claude Code. So it's a bazillion of things. We are looking at timestamps, we are looking at keywords so that it has a context, what was yesterday, what was a month ago. But basically, that's what we already had with Jarvis Jr. in my community. So I just took what we built before with Jarvis Jr., which, by the way, was also living in Telegram. So all the community members are like, oh yeah, we know Telegram. We know how to make bots, AI bots in Telegram. But anyway, back to this. So we are collecting context. We're using 11 Labs, voice agents, conversational agent. And then we're also using Twilio for the phone number. And the last bit is important because after the call, we're also capturing all the conversation, all the context. I get a summary in my Telegram, but also it goes back into memory system. So it knows that, oh, this is a transcript, this is what we talked about, this is what bot said, this is what Goddess said. And that's very important for future because sometimes I want to say like, hey, do you remember what last time we talked about? Meaning in voice conversation, or do you remember last time I called you? What did we talk about? So these type of like nuances. To recap, important features is memory access, recent chats, and post-call actions. And then the most important part, post-call actions, because when I talk, it's not just talking. I can say, go research this topic, find this PDF, save that PDF in my Google Drive, read the PDF, create full analysis, evaluate if it's worth making video on, package it, like come up with titles, write a script, and call me back and recite that script. Or call me and tell me about AI news. I built this on Sunday, fine-tuned on Monday. Tuesday I was using all the time, and it's just insanely incredible. And today I'm making video. So I don't know what else I'm going to build. I'm curious about your ideas, anything that you want. One crazy thing I had, because in Telegram you can send voice message, but you can also send videos. So I'm actually thinking to integrate video analysis, and I'm just like adding tools, right? So for example, this slides that you are seeing, I told Telegram that, hey, this project, look at the full documentation, all the research, and put together slides for me. And of course, I have a special slide skill behind the scenes that Claude Code can use. So the full feature set. So I can send text, voice message, images, files, all that process, but also Claude can send me all those files, images as well to me. Voice replies. So again, I can record voice before calling, and then of course contextual phone calls and proactive check-ins. So let's talk about proactive check-ins. So I set up that every 30 minutes it goes, checks my calendar, my email, my projects, my tasks, my partnerships. And here's the important part. It has a kind of like a framework if to skip the check-in, if to text me, or to call me. Why is that? Because if you would just do these regular checks, you would get all the messages saying the same, hey, you got this email, and that's just noise and distracting. So you have to have some sort of frameworks, like when do you let AI to reach out to you? So this was the first part, right? That when it reads an email, it also checks in my Notion regarding partnerships. And is an email from somebody I actively working in, or is it some new inquiry? And then when, for example, if it's a new sponsorship offer, it has like, Do you want to do anything? Should I run evaluation skill and the sponsorship and like understand if it's relevant for you? But one more thing that if you're going to build this, you have to kind of think about, these messages could start repeating. So what you want is that your AI has context, not only about memory and what's going on and like what's happening in your all the different tools, but it has context what it said during the last check-in. It keeps a log of what is pinging you about. And this relates because I also built in that it has goal tracking. So during my conversations, it can detect if it's a goal or it's a fact or it's something I want to remember. The last feature I already hammered a lot is like semantic memory, which is living in Supabase. This is the full kind of side, like why is it safe? I don't want to hammer on that too much. I'm not a cybersecurity expert, but like I have general understanding. So I will link these slides down in the description so you can review it yourself. You can also, like I have it on laptop for now, so it's 24/7 as long as my laptop is on, but I can set up VPS. However, when you set up VPS with this, you also have to secure it. So for now, I'm keeping and testing it on my laptop, and I just keep my laptop on. And I'm actually thinking now, maybe get a separate computer with AI just living in there, but we will see. Important thing, security on these phone calls, because if you think about it, if I would show you this phone number, I can call it, but it means anyone can call it too. And anyone can ask about my memory, control my tools. So this is like the cherry of a security, right? So I had to put like security measures. So it's checking caller ID. And if I show you this number and you call it, you can try. Let's see if you can get through the system. And honestly, probably the main thing why I went to do this, because I spent so much on APIs and AI tools. It's my job. I go test it. But then I saw how much people are paying for Clawbot with API calls. And of course, you can use open source models. You can use cheaper models. But the magic really happens when you're using like something like Opus 4.5. From Anthropic, right? Which is Claude Code uses that. So for people just have this like heartbeat that it regularly checks on you without doing really anything much, the people are estimating there's going to be around 150 a month. Then if you actually use it actively, you burn through tokens. Opus 4.5 is very expensive. So people are now getting bills for 500 to 5,000 a month. I don't know about you, but I don't have such money just to kind of like have one agent working. If it is like 20 agents, yeah, maybe it's worth if you have full infrastructure, but as something with such a security flaws, I was just like, I like my money, so I didn't feel like burning it. And the most critical one is because Claude Code, this whole setup, because it is on max plan from Claude, I pay $200 a month fixed, okay? And I yet to run into the limits. So the rest of the stack is like Supabase, uses free plan. Eventually, maybe I will need to upgrade. Of course, 11 Labs, Twilio, it's around $11 to $20 a month. So we will see. Like I just set up, so I will see what are the full costs. But I'm kind of estimating it to be 250 fixed. And to be honest, 250 fixed for this, that I can be on a bike, talking to it, and while I get home, it already does the work and performs. I think it's worth it for me. And again, if you want to rebuild it yourself, like, of course, I would love you to join the community. We can do it together, like walk you through it. But in slides, you will see exactly kind of like a tech that is powering this, right? And yeah, so I think the point here is that if I was able to clone Clawbot and keep it safe, I think the main lesson here is that we have AI and we have all the tools and technology. And Clawbot, or like OpenClaw, triggered imagination. And for many people who are not technical, thanks to YouTubers and X.com that hyped it up, it showed what's possible, like truly showed. And I think that's because this idea of proactive AI has been on everyone's mind. Everyone wants it. The world that I'm texting chatbot and then I close it and doesn't remember. Like, we already kind of moved away from that. But this proactive, that it checks in, right, is very, very cool. Huge kudos for Clawbot and the whole community building on top of that. Maybe one day I'm going to give it a try when I have a separate computer, but for now, the whole kind of infrastructure is there with Claude Code. So I'm really happy with my own setup. If you ask, like, oh, can it go rogue like Clawbot? Not exactly, because I have security and limitations. So for example, I have 2-hour limit. So it can go doing things for like 2 hours and then it needs to come back and report to me. Continuous taking action. And I think it's fine. And I haven't yet experienced where I would need it to go 24/7 doing something without me knowing. Oh, and actually this brings me to the point. People don't know what Clawbot is doing. And I talked with my community members who are setting it up, and it's you have to have observability. So what you're looking at is basic My System observatory. So I can see if Telegram bot is online, if Supabase is connected. The uptime now is 25 hours. And it's tracking my goals. I'm going to send a voice message. Hey, I want you to go and check my email. So let's see if we are seeing the live feed happening. Here you go. User prompt submitted. Gmail business. So check my email. Let's see if I got a response back. That's it. I received a voice message. So let's listen.
Check your inbox. Here's what matters. Helm What Inquiry needs attention. Minimax Agent AI campaign.
Okay.
Paid collab.
Okay. So that's about my email. So Minimax. Interesting. Need to look first, no promo. Definitely recommend to create your own kind of agent observability platform. I'm planning to do it that I will have multiple different agents in different Telegram chats. And then I have the whole vision of this like a founder infrastructure where you have CFO, CEO, and critic mode. Basically subscribe, stay tuned. And I'm very curious where you guys are going to take it. And if you want to learn more about Clawbot and all the security issues and generally why I wouldn't recommend using it, and also moltbook, how that whole hype is a lie, you can watch this video somewhere linked here.